Good morning, friends. I've already started the car, which I don't usually do, but it is May 23rd in Make It May, and I am on my way out. It's early again. It's just before 8 and I am headed to breakfast with my friend Doreen, which is always a lovely time. And then I gotta get the mail and then I'm gonna come home. It's about 10 minutes of 11 and I got home. What time did I get home? About 10. I had a couple errands to run. And I had to go next door because while I was at breakfast, I got a call from our neighbors that they had raccoons in their garage. So we went there and tried to help with that. Now we have Moxie here so that she can be safe from the raccoons. We couldn't find them in the garage. They said they were baby raccoons, so keeping her here in the fenced-in yard so that if there are any raccoons left in there, they can get out. And I'm going to sit down and craft and sit outside with Moxie for a little bit, but I'm hoping she doesn't want to be in this big pen because it is buggy. I mean, she can be by herself. She doesn't dig or anything. So for my silhouette, I have a membership that I get a credit every month. I pay less for the credit than the credit's worth. But Moxie, I also get rewards, and right now they're having a 50% off everything in the Silhouette store, and I also have a reward for 50% off on top of that. So I'm going to go through and everything I've favorited, I'm going to add to my library, and I'm going to look around and see if there's anything else I just can't live without. There probably is. Well, friends, it is 2 o'clock, and aside from knitting a couple rows on that sock, which I'll show you later on while I was at breakfast with my friend Doreen, or I was waiting for her, and picking out some files on Silhouette, I have done nothing crafty. Last night we went back to Home Depot and bought more stone, which I think I told you yesterday. So I lugged, with the help of Tom, the 800 pounds of stone up to the garden and put that in the greenhouse. And I think we have enough for this year. I think we need to let it settle and then top it off next spring. And what else did I do? Oh, I bought this contraption that I saw on TikTok that's supposed to be this miracle thing to clean out your dryer. I ended up taking apart my dryer. Not the whole dryer. I took apart the dryer vent. And that was challenging. It wasn't challenging. It was just frustrating. Should have been easy. But the way my lint trap is, this contraption doesn't work all that well. So. But we're not going to have a dryer fire now. Kristen's covering her mouth. I'm not sure why. So I'm going to finish my coffee that's cold and contemplate my life's choices. I'm going to knit if it kills me. After I did the dryer, I ended up going down to the post office for the second time today because when I went there earlier, they hadn't sorted the email, they hadn't finished sorting and distributing the mail yet. So I had to go get the mail, and now it is 3:48, and I'm going to give myself an hour to knit before I have to cook dinner. I think we're just doing something easy tonight, but sorry, there's a beetle behind me. I hate beetles. Ugh, they creep me out. I think dinner's going to be easy tonight. I think that's what I was saying. So I'm going to work on this as promised. I'm going to do something I said I was going to do. Looks like I'm probably just about through the chart, which is nice. So I'm going to do that. If you were ever curious what 2,400 pounds of marble chips looks like, here you go. This is approximately 3 inches deep throughout, approximately. Deeper in some places, shallower in some, but the greenhouse is back up. Kristen is just protecting the pointy bits, the tension spots.
This might backfire.
Why?
Well, because if the plastic catches a sticky piece of the tape, we're not going to be able to move it.
Well, it's going to rain, so all that stick will be gone.
Good. I'll go with that.
Yeah. I can take care of that anyway, even if it's still sticky. So we were going to wrap it tonight, but we just don't have time.
I got to move the dirt back, so I'll do that next.
Yeah, so that's what it looks like. Let me zoom out a little. It's a thing of beauty. We're expecting rain tomorrow, so not too much, but just enough so that we won't be able to be out here. And now she's prepping to staple the plastic down, which again, we're not going to do today, but we're just one step closer to being ready. It is a couple minutes before 8, and Kristen and Tom are turning in early because Tom has an early appointment. Kristen was up early today, mostly because of me. So they're turning in early, and I am sitting here working on the project that I said I was going to finish. So I have one stocking sewn together. I still have to put the cuff on it. And I'm sewing this stocking together. And I think that might be... I might do a little more sewing than this. I don't know. I have two more stockings. Yes, two more stockings here ready to be sewn together. I don't think I'm going to tackle those today. I may do, there's a 9 patch that's easy to sew together. I might do one of those, but I don't know. It depends on how ambitious I feel. I also worked on my sweater today, and in a little bit I'll show you that because I really want to get back to that. That's why I want to stop sewing these together. So that's where I am for right now. Friends. It's 10 o'clock. Oh, goodness. I'm getting sleepy. But I'm up until... I have to stay up until at least 11 to take Dexter out. But what did I accomplish today? So, I'm in the middle of a row. Isn't that... This is going to make it challenging to show you this. All right, well, I was waiting for my friend to arrive for breakfast. I knit fair amount of rows on this sock that I can kind of show you. So that's good to have that underway. Put that back in my purse. And I told you yesterday that I was going to focus on finishing the Christmas stockings. Well, I do still have 2 here that are ready to be sewn together. So I'm going to continue to work on this during the week. But I did finish this one. And I also finished this one. So these are like the same but different. And all I had to do was sew them together and crochet the cuff, and I didn't have to sew it all together. I had the 9 patch sewn together, which is the main piece, which is the easiest part of sewing it together, but I did the rest of that tonight, so that's good. And then earlier, when I sat outside for a little bit, which was lovely, very lovely, I did work on my sweater. And to you, it's probably not going to look like I've made much progress. I actually knit from the top of the chevron here down. And after the chevron, which I'm halfway through that row, there's a couple solid rows, and then there's one more small section of color work, and then the yoke is done. I don't know if there's any real good way to show it to you, but it's really pretty, and I love this red color. I wish it would show up, but I don't have the best. Oh, that's not too bad. I don't know what it's called. It's called Garnet Heather. This is one of those yarns from my local sheep farm that I love so much. And I do think I'm going to, I have to stay up for another hour, so I'm going to edit this in the morning because I'm too tired to edit tonight, and work on my sweater for an hour until it's time for me to take Dexter out for last call, and then I'm going to crash. Crash, crash, crash. Whew. I gotta tell you, moving those stones is a lot of work. It doesn't matter if you move them a mile or 5 inches. It's a lot. So, but I'm glad it's done. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain. I'm secretly hoping for rain so that I can do some inside stuff and just have a little bit of downtime. I haven't had much downtime. I'm not complaining. Please, I hope I don't come across as complaining, because I'm actually quite content with life right now. I would like a little downtime. And I may or may not get it. And that's okay. All right. I'm going to say goodnight, and I will see y'all tomorrow. All right. Thanks for spending the day with me. Bye.